Welcome back to the Piney Woods Homestead. This is Matthew and Lisa. Yesterday we got all of our chickens processed, and today we're going to break them down even further into usable portions for our meals here in the house. And so some equipment that you may want to use, we have a sausage grinder, a meat grinder. We're actually going to grind some of this chicken and make chicken patties for sandwiches and things of that nature, and also for ground chicken and some dishes that we create in the kitchen. Some simple meat lugs, we like to have those so we can separate out breasts from thighs and so on. But we'll spend quite a bit of time here getting all of this done so we can vacuum seal it in the house and put it in the freezer for storage so that we can be eating off of this all through the winter. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us today. Let's get to it. All right, y'all, the first thing that we're going to do is pull 3 birds at random out of our first cooler. And we have found, after doing this for so many years now, that if you'll pull 3 birds, weigh those, and get an average, that's going to give you pretty close to your average weight for all of your birds. All right, bird number 1, how much we got?
5.6.
5.6.
Yep.
And y'all, they've been on ice now for just over 24 hours, so they've become good and tender. Bird number 2.
5.3.
5.3. And we'll do one more. And like I said, it's going to give us a pretty close average on all. I think we ended up with 29 birds. We had 31, and 2 had something twisted on the insides in their craw. Just it got really big and they couldn't put on any weight, so they didn't make it. And bird 3.
5.10.
5.10. All right, well that comes up to 16 pounds. Divide that by 3, 5.33 pounds. So that's what our average weight's going to be, give or take, on all of these birds, y'all. Y'all, I like to use an old hickory knife for breaking these birds down. And I'm not going to take you through every step by step, but I do start with the legs. And just get right through a joint. And we'll use different trays here for the different portions. A good sharp knife. And I also have, I ain't gonna grab it right in a second, but a fillet knife, and I'll show you later that I use that when I want to fillet some things or take the skin off or something like that. But I always start with the legs, then I go on up here and get my wings. And there's a little joint at everywhere I'm cutting, so you ain't actually cutting through bone, just cartilage. We leave them wings whole until it's time to fry them up. We'll thaw them out. I'll cut up the drumette and the little wing tip portion, I guess you'd call it. Get these thighs off. Nice meaty thighs. And now what we're left with is the breast and the back. And I'll use a pair of kitchen shears and break this back off here. I'll get you a little closer shot of what I'm doing here to remove this back. I cut up the rib bones. And remove that entire back. Now you can cut a pulley bone out of here. And if you've ever had pulley bone, you know what I'm talking about, but it's going to come off of this side of the back. But we leave them whole because we'll save those, and that's where we're going to do our stock with, and we'll do that in a few days. But for the breast, I use these same kitchen shears. They come straight up from the bottom. Get me a cut started. Then I can come in here with this old hickory and break it right down the center. And now you've got two really nice breasts to throw in the cast iron, bake low and slow in the oven. Alright, so we did one. We're just going to keep moving at our own pace here and let you watch a few of these. We'll have a time-lapse video going from off on the side too to capture every bit of this. Yellow Jacket wants some. So at 5.33 pounds times 29 chickens, what's that, honey? No idea. No idea? I don't know either without calculating it.
Or a piece of paper.
Well, 5 times 20 is 100. Five times 20 is 100. And how many birds we have? 29. 9 times 20. I mean, I'm not good at math. I gotta have the calculator.
What?
5.33 times 29.
Right at 155.
155 pounds of chicken meat. And y'all, we grew these, if you're curious. The best we've ever done is about $2.20 a pound, or just under. We did these for about $1.65 a pound, because we got a really good deal on some feed. And the feed, the feed that we use is 21 or 22% protein, all plant-based. There's no crab meal, fish meal, anything like that in it. Nice meaty wings. Everything's nice and meaty. Go ahead and do 4. That way, I know I got enough to cook for work the next day. Y'all yellow jackets will find you when you are cutting up meat. We're pretty much doing anything outside. If it's not yellow jackets, it's fire ants back here behind me. Country living. Y'all, you don't have to use a vacuum sealer. You can just use freezer or Ziploc bags. That'll work too if you're a large family and going to eat it fairly fast. But if you'll vacuum seal it, you'll get probably a year out of it before you need to go ahead and cook that stuff up. Maybe longer.
No, it's, I think 3 to 5 years.
Wow.
If it's
Well, this chicken will be gone by the time we have the next group processed. We do 2 breasts per pack because these are big breasts. They're big breasts. And breasts can go a long ways.
And we're a family of 3. So
Family of 3. 3 breasts. 2 breasts.
2 breasts for a family.
That's enough for all of us. Y'all, if anybody tells you you can't grow Ranger chickens as efficiently as Cornish Cross, just tell them to come see us. Because you can do it. And you get a better tasting bird. I don't always eat chicken, but when I do, it's Ranger chicken. What else is here? More breasts. Six to a pack. That works out good. I didn't cut the wingtips off this time. I know I normally do, but I ain't taking all that time. I lost count. Y'all, while Lisa's in there hunting some more bags for vacuum sealing, I think I'll just let her get caught up and I'll fillet and debone some of this for her. Because she likes having, we like those thighs deboned, so I'm gonna work on that. Y'all, that's all you do. You just roll that bone as you're trimming that thigh and it'll come out like that. And we like to roll them over, put them in a cast iron baking dish, put some Bearded Butcher on them, throw them in the oven. So guys, here's a tip for you. You can use those heat shrink bags, and we've used them in the past if you want to do some whole chickens. Turn this bird up so it looks like it's not upside down on you. And we've used those, they work pretty good. But these right here, these vacuum seal bags, gallon size bags, are going to work for most of these Rangers that you're going to be growing. This bird right here is just over 5.5 pounds. We just put it on the scale. And it fits inside of this gallon size bag and has just a little bit more room. So you could probably get a 6-pound bird in there too. That's just a tip for you if you want to do this yourself. But look at this bird, y'all. You ain't going to get that in the grocery store. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but see all that yellow coming through on the bird. That's fat, and fat is flavor. Alright y'all, that's going to end it for today for the Piney Woods Homestead. I can hear my parents rolling down the drive to come in to pick up some fresh chicken. Got everything put up. Just over 150 pounds of chicken portioned out, ready to be thawed and cooked however we see fit. Guys, hit the like button on the way out the door, subscribe to the channel if you hadn't, and if you have, we appreciate you. Y'all have a great day, a great week. We'll see you on the next video.